didn't want to turn over the SmackDown ring announcing duties to Lilian Garcia. It seemed like Lilian was just coming back for a special show in Jacksonville, but it seems like now she's coming back full time. So is this a good thing, or is it a bad thing? You want to promote the new talent, you bring back a vintage ring announcer who should probably be in the Hall of Fame right now before her time. Is this the way to promote the new talent? Instead of bringing back all these old people, all these old familiar faces like Nash, Booker T. It's interesting to see what kind of road WWE are heading down now with John Laurinaitis and Triple H calling the shots. I'm surprised Laurinaitis went through with rehiring Lilian. I wonder what the real reason is behind that. You can check out ProWrestling.com, PW Insider, and PW Torch for any additional information you might be looking for with Lilian Garcia. Of course, her official websites, Twitter and Facebook, aren't going to detail the real reason why she came back unless she herself decides to let the fans know why she came back. But there's got to be a logical explanation for why Lilian returned. It's nice to know she's back now, fitting in well with the new talent initiative. And as I mentioned, it seems like she hasn't missed a step. I'm going to rate her ring introductions from the recent SmackDown I saw with her voice featured on the ring introductions a 4 out of 5. Taking 1 star off of that because I really think that Lilian Garcia somewhat returned shockingly, and because I really don't know the actual reason or legitimate reason as to why she returned. I'm just really happy to see her back. As I mentioned, the collaboration of Tori Wilson's Need a Little Time entrance music from 2002, which was featured on the anthology record from WWE Music, really puts into perspective what Lilian Garcia meant to the collaboration of music and the ring introductions for WWE back in the early 2000s and 1990s. So it's interesting, to see her back, and it's going to be interesting to see how she culminates herself and fits in with the new talent initiative, as I mentioned. Going to be very interesting to see how she fits in with people like Vicky Guerrero and Jack Swagger and Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston, Alberto Del Rio, CM Punk, the list goes on. And with the Slammies coming up now, obviously she'll be a part of that huge 3-hour year-end award show, doing some ring introductions for the SmackDown side of things. As of right now, Lilian is exclusive to the SmackDown brand. We'll probably see her on Raw more than often. So it's nice, to know she's back. Head over to her official website, her official Facebook and Twitter, which are linked up to our official website for any additional information you may be looking for on her return. As I mentioned, I'm shocked, I'm flabbergasted, thrilled. Some of the words I can affiliate with Lilian's return. She spells her name with 2 L's, not 1. And it's interesting. You've seen some of her photos that WWE.com has posted in the past on the Divas website, which of course is WWEDivas.com. They look absolutely outstanding. As I mentioned before here in the show, Lilian seems to have the full package: looks, charisma, athleticism, the ability to collaborate music and sing, phenomenal ring introductions on her behalf. So it's interesting to see her back after all these years. I didn't expect to see Lilian back of all the people making the returns, Lilian is just someone you wouldn't expect to return, but it's nice to know she's back, and it's fun to see her back. I can't remember the last time I saw her under contract with WWE. I'm under the understanding that she's back full time, so it's going to be really interesting to see how she fits in with the WWE. You can join the conversation at Facebook.com, Jonathan Clarke, and YouTube.com, Jonathan Clarke 22. If you have an opinion on Lilian's return, going to be very interested in seeing how long her second run with WWE lasts and how it differs from her inaugural run, which culminated back in '99, back when PlayStation had the games released for WWE by Acclaim. That's how long Lilian Garcia has been involved with the WWE, so it's interesting to see her back. She's definitely considered a legend by a lot of wrestling fans who followed her back in the late 1990s, early 2000s. And definitely she is a future Hall of Famer, so it's really interesting to see her back. I wonder how long her contractual obligations are for WWE, 5 to 6 years maybe. I know a lot of people are signing anywhere from 4 to 5 year deals now with WWE, so it's going to be really interesting to see how it all fits in with her return. Check her out at WWEDivas.com for new photos, updated information. And she's on Twitter and Facebook as well. She has an official website. Use Google to pull up all that additional information. As I mentioned, the Pro Wrestling News websites are going to be flooded with information on her return. ProWrestling.com, PW Insider, Pro Wrestling Torch are some referral links for additional information on Lilian's return. Thank you so much for listening to the show. Congratulations on Lilian making a successful return, if anything, to World Wrestling Entertainment. I hope her future endeavors with the company turn out to be what she has expected, with her second run now culminating a few days ago on an edition of SmackDown. Her first match she did the introductions for in years was a match with Wade Barrett and Ezekiel Jackson, and in my estimation, she hasn't lost a step. And I know a lot of radio show hosts are devoting time on their show to talking about her return and writing about it in the written column from a columnist perspective. And I'll probably write a written column for In This Corner with Jonathan Clarke. I just haven't made the final decision on that one yet, but I would say that I'll be writing a column on Lilian's return, because it absolutely flabbergasts me that she's back. You can check out all the archives of In This Corner with Jonathan Clarke by clicking on the column tab in our official website's navigational bar. And you can also check out this video archive at youtube.com Jonathan Clarke 22 and the audio archive found in our radio form amongst our audio archives in our radio form. This show is heard on the official website of EGW Entertainment, and it is heard in YouTube land at youtube.com Jonathan Clarke 22. Check out this video in a video archive at youtube.com Jonathan Clarke 22 and as a audio archive in our official radio form. Check out additional information on how you get in contact with the website by clicking on Contact at the top of the navigational bar. And you can also leave us a comment at youtube.com Jonathan Clarke 22. You can follow me on Twitter at EGW Entertainment Jonathan Clarke 1, just as you can Lilian Garcia. We'll probably link her up to our Facebook and Twitter social network pages, so make sure to check out our social network pages. Links to our YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter accounts are found by clicking on social networks at the top of the website in the navigational bar. Thank you so much for listening. Send me any additional comments to jonathanclarke2005@hotmail.com. I'll join you next week when I once again talk about something crucial happening in the world of professional wrestling. This week's edition of the show took a look at the return of Lilian Garcia. Shocking, if anything, and I will see you next week. Until I talk to you again, stay safe no matter where you may be listening to my voice, and as always, keep enjoying the world of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. There's always something crucial happening in the world of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. You just pay a significant amount of attention to what's going on, and as long as you're listening to this show, we'll keep you updated with interviews and audio commentaries. Check out our audio archives found in our official radio form on the official website and at youtube.com Jonathan Clarke 22. Follow me on Twitter at HW Entertainment Jonathan Clarke 1. I'm Jonathan Clarke. Thank you so much for listening.
Oops! Looks like we're experiencing technical difficulties. But don't worry, folks. We're still on the air.
That we are, but don't worry, Joker. Like always, I've got it under control. You think they figured it out yet, that I'm a crime fighter by night? No, I host the radio show by day, and then I fight crime all night, ridding the city of people like the Joker, Catwoman, Two-Face, and the Riddler. I hope they never figure it out, because if radio gets old, that's probably the only thing I'm going to have to resort to. You're listening to HEW Entertainment Variety Radio with me, Jonathan Clarke.
Batman, it's almost midnight. We have to do something.
It's up to the Joker now. Only a miracle can save the hostages.
We'll return in just a moment. But first, a word from our sponsor.
When something takes place in the world of professional wrestling, you know where to go. WrestleZone.com. WrestleZone.com. Covering all the latest breaking news daily. Interactive forums where you can chat with thousands of other wrestling fans. Exclusive editorials and audio features by some of today's top wrestling superstars. Exclusive video content, weekly polls, live play-by-play coverage of every WWE and TNA pay-per-view. And now, featuring WrestleZone Radio, live with news, in-depth discussions, debates, and interviews with wrestling's top stars, past and present. When you think wrestling, think WrestleZone. WrestleZone.com.
He considers himself God's gift to wrestling, and millions of his faithful agree. With nearly 4 hours of footage and exclusive commentary and matches, this DVD chronicles Daniel's rise from Chicago's Windy City Wrestling to the Asylum in Nashville, and finally to the top of TNA. TNA Home Video presents Heaven Sent, Hell Bound, the best of Christopher Daniels. Available at most retailers and TNAWrestling.com.
Hey, you right there, the one listening to this show. While you're tuning into this broadcast, or when you read the news on WrestleZone.com, are you forming opinions of it all? Or do you just agree with everything you see and hear? If you actually have some sort of afterthought, which, by the way, is normal, we want to know what it is. There are thousands of wrestling fans just like you that simply can't hold their thoughts in either, and they let it all out in our interactive forums. You have a voice, so use it. Simply visit forums.wrestlezone.com. Don't just be active, be reactive in the official WrestleZone.com forums. For all the latest in mixed martial arts, be sure to visit WrestleZone's sister site, SureDog.com. Complete with daily news, exclusive video, interviews, live radio broadcast, interactive forums, and the very popular Fight Finder with bios and complete match-by-match histories of your favorite fighters. SureDog is the only place you need when it comes to mixed martial arts. Visit SureDog.com today.
Hi, my name is Adam Nudelman, but I play the Phantom on the radio. I'm here to remind you that, screw that, my book, Mysteries of Wrestling Solved, is available at finer bookstores everywhere. That stupid fake voice, I hate it. I wrote a book along with Sir Adam Kleinberg called Mysteries of Wrestling. It has the questions that you wanted answered. Why does Steve Austin hate Jeff Jarrett? Are referees really blind and stupid and dumb? Who is actually the toughest wrestler in the business outside of the ring? Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kamala. We get down and dirty with insider facts you've never read about anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? It makes a great stocking stuffer. You're too short, you buy 3 of them, you get taller, you just stand on them. Mysteries of Wrestling Solved by ECW Press, written by Sir Adam Kleinberg and Adam the Phantom Nudelman. Available everywhere. It's done. The plug is done. I'm done. I didn't sell it well enough. There's naked pictures of China in there. Okay? Thanks.
Available now on DVD. John Triton is on the toughest, most important mission of his life.
They have a hostage. It's my wife.
And with everything on the line,
I gotta do something, and I gotta do it now.
nothing and no one can stop him.
See, I tried to kill this guy twice today.
Now, see the Marine in a whole new way with the unrated version. Get more edge-of-your-seat action, more mind-blowing explosions, more of the Marine. This unrated version features material too hot for theaters, plus special behind-the-scenes features. John Cena is the Marine. Only unrated version. Available now on DVD. Rated version also available.
I know what you're thinking. I'm not a real athlete. I'm just a wrestler. I'm 6'10", 328 pounds.
I won boxing's Golden Gloves 3 years in a row.
I was a national champion at the University of Miami. My jersey was retired at Florida State.
I was the ultimate fighting champion.
When you step through those ropes, bad things do happen. At over 200 steps, I suffered a dozen concussions. Broken bones. I've separated shoulders. Damn near broke my neck. I've blown out knees. But I still got up. This is who I am.
This is what I do. I'm not really an athlete.
This isn't real. Try lacing my boots.
Every day I train. Thousands of hours of practice.
Injuries can happen at any time.
My kneecap just kind of blew over to the side of my leg. I've torn the pectoral muscle completely off my shoulder.
I've had surgery 5 times in my left knee.
You do question, can I come back from this? My body,
my life is on the line.
Don't risk yours. Please, don't try this.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Clarke, the voice of HEW Entertainment